Fellas, passport bros can change how relationships are in this country. That's a bold statement, and I'm standing by it, and here's why. If you have a MGTOW mindset, or you've gone MGTOW, you have an understanding of female nature, how the system, the government, and the legal system is stacked against you as a man. You took that step back to develop yourself and you step back from relationships, and in that process, you have your own place, your own career, and you're financially stable um, as part of that journey. But you're still interested in having a relationship. Get your passport, become a passport bro, and the most efficient way to get your relationship is to expand yourself to the rest of the world. Because in this country, if because you're making $34,000 or maybe a little bit more than that, 48,000, whatever it is, you're still invisible to women here, because women here make about the same amount of money, and because of hypergamy, they want to marry up, so they're looking at the top 20% of men. But you, with your income, you are in the top 1% in the world of income earners. And women all over the world are hypergamous, and the women in the rest of the world will fight, will compete, and desire you. Just like how the women in this country will fight, compete, and desire the top 20% of income earners here in the United States. The difference in the rest of the world is that they're not interested in height. 6 foot is not really important. Being in shape, like the six pack, and you're living in a gym, is not really that important. It should be important to you to stay in shape as far as for health purposes, but it's not necessary for the rest of the world. And game is not really necessary because you're the top 1% of income earners in the world. So your game is having your own place, your own career, and to be financially stable. That's all the game you need in the rest of the world. You don't need that plus swag and everything else that's required, and height and six packs, abs here in the United States. You don't need that in the rest of the world. Plus, you're getting women who were raised to be wives. Now, that's how you're going to, if 20% of men, invisible men, to Western women, American women, develop your MGTOW mindset, get your own place, your career, and be financially stable, making 34,000 after tax or more. Get your passport and go overseas and start your family and bring them back to the United States, which I'm doing that because I'm still doing work in the United States with youths in the boxing program. And I can't possibly leave that. I love doing that too much. Bring your wives here or live there, wherever you choose. This is what you get. Your wife, with your support, your foreign wife with your support will raise your daughters to be the next generation of wives based on her culture. Your sons, your wife will help raise your sons to be successful contributing members of society, preferably in blue collar, because we need blue collar workers that keeps us, infrastructure and everything going. When it's time for her sons to get married, she will go back to her home country and find her sons fit, feminine, friendly, young, and exotically beautiful women who also raised to be wives, and thus continue the cycle. 20% of invisible men, instead of simping to these women and jumping in their DMs and telling them how beautiful they are just to boost their ego and you ain't getting nothing in return, grab your passport, jump on that plane, and go get yourself a wife. And you will change how relationships and dating in this country in a way that will profound Western civilization. Excuse me. So tell me what you guys think. Do you think it's I make a valid point? Put it in the comment down below. Share the video. Keep in mind, though, we're living in an age of Kali Yoga. If you're not familiar with Hindu tradition, it's where civilization is on decline, and we're like 5,000 years into that. And so feminism and boss bitches and women trying to lead and the matriarchy and all that stuff is contributing heavily to Kali Yoga. So the ways of tradition is kind of going its way, and all this stuff was predicted in Sanskrit and things like that. Even the Bible talks about certain things like that, like you won't be able to tell the difference between men and women and all that stuff. Um, and you can look at it on the superficial level, or you can look at it from the spiritual level, or the energy itself of masculine and feminine energy. Um, but that's for a completely other video. So, like, subscribe, share this video. Put your comments down below what you think. Um, and look forward for the next video, because the next video I think might be controversial. But hopefully you'll go through that and see what I'm really saying. Y'all have a good day.